What's up, fam? This is your girl Amanda, and I'm coming back to y'all with Amanda Vlogs. So yes, y'all, it has been a minute, but I am back, honey. So let's talk about this Manchester, England bombing that happened. So Ariana Grande was performing in Manchester, England, and there was a bombing at her concert, and it has killed over 20 people and injured over 59 people so far. So let's break this down. Okay, according to reports, they were saying that the incident occurred last night around 10:30 p.m. and this was following Ariana's concert at the Manchester Arena. And they were saying that it was a nail bomb. So it was nails in the bomb, actually. And so there were a lot of young people, a lot of young children that were injured, and some were killed. And it was a lot of commotion once the bombs went off. People were running, people were screaming, and it was just hard to really watch these people like go through this. And I have been reading articles and looking at news reports about this whole situation, and I've come across one report that says ISIS claims responsibility for Manchester concert attack. And so I was like, oh wow, that's reaching a lot. Okay, so according to this article, they were saying that they found someone today, which they arrested a 23-year-old man southwest of the city center with regards of last night's incident, but they did not prove any additional details. And so they were saying that the government did not make any immediate comment on the claim by Islamic State, which said on the social messaging app Telegram that, quote, one of the soldiers of the caliphate was able to place an explosive device within a gathering of the Crusaders in the city of Manchester, unquote. The site intelligence group, which monitors militants' communications, also provided a translation of the claim. The Islamic State statement did not identify the bomber. Authorities in Britain reacted with horror and anger at an attack that appeared to have targeted adolescents and their families. They said that we now know that a single terrorist detonated this improvised explosive device near one of the exits of the venue, deliberately choosing the time and place to cause maximum carnage to kill and injure indiscriminately. He also added the explosion coincided with the conclusion of a pop concert, which was attended by many young families and groups of people. This attack stands out for its appalling, sickening cowardice, deliberately targeting innocent, defenseless children and young people who should have been enjoying one of the most memorable nights of their lives. And according to reports, this terrorist attack was the worst in history of Manchester and Northern England, and the worst in Britain since 2005, when 52 people died, along with 4 assailants, in coordinated attacks on London's transit system. And I do remember that whole incident that happened some years ago. Security expert says that this suicide bomb took a level of sophistication that implied collaborators, and that possibility that other bombs had been fabricated at the same time. They said it took a lot of planning to do this, and this is much more professional style attack. And it seems to me that these security experts were crack down more on checking different devices, making sure that these devices are what they really are. It just seems to me like too much of these bombings are happening in like areas where there's a lot of people, and I feel like there should be more security, more people checking these devices to make sure that these are the devices that's actually there for this concert and not some bomb. And that's just my opinion, because you just see so many people getting bombed nowadays. It's quite ridiculous. It's quite sad that people are taking innocent people's lives. It's quite sad. And it's getting to the point where people may be scared to even go to concerts, even go to different places in fear that there may be a bomb. It's sad that you can't just leave your house and go have fun, because you may get injured or you may die. You may go and leave in a body bag from a concert. And that's a really horrifying experience. It's just sad and tragic. It's really sad and tragic that these young children had to go through this. It's really sad. And I did see where Ariana was very shaken up, very hurt, and just very remorseful about this whole situation. Ariana was not affected by this whole thing. She was safe and she was out of harm's way. She actually tweeted, "Broken. From the bottom of my heart, I am so sorry. I don't have words." And Ariana's management put together a statement. It says, "Tonight our hearts are broken. Words cannot express our sorrow for the victims and families harmed in this senseless attack. We mourn the lives of children and loved ones taken by this cowardly act. We are thankful for the selfless service tonight of Manchester's first responders who pushed towards danger to help save lives. We ask all of you to hold the victims, their families, and all those affected in their hearts and prayers." Ariana was in town performing the first of 3 concerts, and Manchester was the first stop. And so her next concert was to take place on the 25th at the O2 Arena in London. But I'm thinking that they may cancel it. The arena tweeted that it will advise as soon as we can as to the status of those shows. So I believe they will cancel it only for the safety of other people, because who knows what else will happen. And I'm sure this will probably be on Ariana's conscience, even though she had nothing to do with it. But these people came to her concert to have a good time, and in turn, people lost their lives and people were injured. So I'm sure this will take a toll on her psyche. Like, I know it would for me. Like, I would just be devastated if something happened like that at one of my concerts. I would be absolutely devastated. And the world is becoming so sick, evil, and demented to the point where it's scary to leave out of your house. Hell, you can be in your house and a person will throw a bomb at your house and kill you. It's sad that you can't even go enjoy yourself nowadays in fear that something will happen. It's sad that cowards are willing to take other people's lives and then take their lives as well. It's sad. It's so sad. And I really hate that this happens to these people. I mean, it can happen anywhere. It can happen anywhere you go. It doesn't matter. It's still people that lost their lives regardless. And it's heartbreaking. And I can just imagine the children's families and how they're reacting right about now, because I would be devastated if any of my family, my child, or anyone I know were killed because of a senseless act like this. So what are y'all thoughts about this whole situation? Y'all let me know down below, honey. And y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video. Alrighty, bye.